So, William, which sectors and regions are you looking at the moment to invest in to increase your dividend going forward?
Well, the outlook for dividends in the UK at the moment is looking quite good, I think, Annabelle. There are many sectors where we can see dividend increases of certainly high single-digit percentages. But I would particularly call out the banks at the moment and looking very attractive. They've spent the last 12 years sort of rebuilding their balance sheets from the consequences of the financial crisis in 2008. So, for example, if you take NatWest, it now has very strong Tier 1 capital, some 14 or 15%, compared to just 4% a few years ago. Its recent figures were very good, as were all the other banks. And they're not only doing dividend increases, they're buying back shares as well. The fines of mis-selling in PPI seem to be well behind us. And also we have now an environment where interest rates are going up, and that tends to be very good for bank profits. So that confluence of those three events, I think, gives me great confidence about the outlook for bank dividends.
Absolutely. Interest rates going up. I can see my mortgages going up. Yeah, definitely. Good news for banks. Jay, which regions, which sectors are you finding opportunities at the moment?
Yes, I'd agree with a lot what William said about the UK and also about the banks. But in addition, as I said, we find the consumer staples companies, which are often very global and sort of make and sell the everyday products. They're kind of well placed in what is probably a more difficult economic environment. And I think it's probably also worth adding, it's worth perhaps being cautious on some of the more cyclical companies out there, like in the consumer discretionary sectors, which might be hit harder by the cost of living crisis, and also indebted companies where dividends are likely to be more vulnerable.
Absolutely. I think we all know about that with this cost of living crisis at the moment. Craig, what regions or what sectors are you finding attractive at the moment from an income perspective?
Yeah, actually some similar themes to what the previous two have talked about, but actually ours is a global trust, and so finding some of those ideas around the world. So within financials, actually some interesting things in the emerging markets that are paying reasonable dividends. Some of the insurance sector in the US, UK, and actually having been underweight energy for a number of years, actually overweight through last year, and that was an area that produced good dividend payments for us. UK companies, Brazilian companies, US companies in that space as well.